All right, I think we are about ready to get going here. Welcome, everyone. Calling all angels. Good to see you, or at least I will in a moment, as we begin to watch Utah Royals FC and Angel City FC. We are ready for this one. Let's get ourselves up and running. I have got, looks like, almost everything up to snuff. We are in the process. All right, I've got it. Got the volume set low here so I can still hear it. And there we go. Well, there it is. All right. So now we can get going. Apologies for the slight, just barely making it in time business here. We have quite a bit of sports happening right now. NBA, NHL. So I know a lot happening right now. This game is about to kick off in a matter of moments. So I'm just waiting for the whistle to blow. I'll read through the starting laps here. I went through both steps, and here we are. The Royals kick off the ball and send it straight out of bounds. We have bit of setups here, so I will read off the lineups that both teams have provided according to their own things here. So let's go through. For the visiting Utah Royals, their starting lineup, McGlynn will be in goal today, number 1. They go 4 defenders in back. You have Thompson at 7, Real at 18, number 18, Del Fava, number 8, Nuria, number 14. Then point you have 2 in defensive midfield. You have Tejada and Narumi. You have Tanaka at the front of the midfield. So respectively, those are number 17, number 10, and number 11. And then up front, you have 3 on the attacking side. You have Cronin, number 4, Palacios, number 21, Lacase, number 24. On Angel City's side, we are running Angelina Anderson again up in the goal. 4 defenders today, Sarah Gordon, Emily Sams, Evelyn Shores, Giselle Thompson. So numbers respectively 11, 6, 15, and 20. By the way, Anderson's jersey number 19. We have Tejada down for Utah already in pain. They are checking on her. It looks like it's a wrist thing. They are looking over her hand and wrist right now. In the midfield, we have Borges, number 8, who was Martin, number 14, Mayara, number 12. And then up front, 3 forwards again. We have Jan's daughter, number 32, Suarez, number 99, and Tiernan, number 33. So that'll be the full starting lineups now. Looking through. All right, so 2 minutes in here. We've spent a lot of it in injury, so unfortunate there. All right, so what we got going right now. All right, I think we got most of this running. All right, wrist is still being taped up, so she should still be good to play. They are just taking the time to tape it up, so we'll see. But yeah, Tejada's staying near the field, so it's not going to be a substitution here 3 minutes in. Just waiting for the play to get started back up. So anyway, as you all have heard, we have a free kick coming in. It is going to act as a corner. So Angel City already ready for a corner kick here, trying to get a goal early on in this match. We'll see what happens here. And here comes the kick. No, not yet. Backing up again. Now the kick. Shores makes the kick. Deflected by Tanaka for Utah, and the ball is staying in bounds. Shores tried to take control of it, but was right next to the goal line, and it just gets away from her. All right, so there we go. We are now first through the first attack. So it is about 4 minutes in. For those watching, very cool. Angel City wearing their black with the Sol Rosa pink trim. Utah wearing their yellow jerseys with the dark blue trim. So here we go. Royals right now do hold 10 points in the standings. Angel City holds 9. So whoever wins this match will be ahead in the standings. Here we go. Ball's kicked back. Currently stays with the Angel City defense. Kicks it all the way back to Anderson. And now sends it back finally into the offensive play. Sam's kicking it very far forward. Giselle Thompson trying to chase it down. She is not able to keep it in bounds. Ball just outruns her. All right, so now it is Utah's turn here as we approach the end of the 5th minute. Here comes the throw-in. Still looking through it. Angel City all-time is undefeated against the Utah Royals, earning 2 victories, getting 2 draws. Here we go. Ball is headed. First by Thompson, then by Sams, and now Cronin's able to kick it through and forces it out. They did say it went off of an Angel City foot, so they are going to count it as a throw-in. So once again, stays in though. Ball kicked all the way up. The ball was actually at an angle where that ball was launched and could have bounced into the goal if literally no one was there. But no, Maddie McGlynn very easily fields it. Ball's kicked through, over to Nuria. There's a foul called. It'll be a free kick to Utah here at the end of the 6th minute. Right, the free kick getting ready to come through. A lot of separation, giving a lot of room. A lot of Angel City is back. They're waiting to see where this goes. It is fielded. Angel City is able to seize control. And a foul is called. Yeah, that one was Narumi going for it, and she ended up fouling Mayara. So free kick to Angel City. They go back and forth with it. Neely Martin sends it over to the left side. Ends up sending it all the way back. Sam's with the ball. Ends up getting intercepted by Utah. Now Utah has got in the front in the offensive zone. Palacios, now Cronin with it. Now it's just back and forth. Staying on the left side, tries to cross it in. Anderson fields it perfectly. And that is the end of the Utah attack. We're seeing a good back and forth here just between them. So you're seeing Jenny Thompson, number 7, trying to set up Paige Cronin, the captain. And that seems like it'll be one of the back and forths there, because the commentary is bringing up that they've at least got a lot of comfort with each other. So now McGlynn's got the ball. Ball was kicked back by the defense. He's walking it up the field. Kick is nearly blocked, but she's able to get it past midfield. Martin tries to maintain control, is unable to, and that ball is now safely in Tanaka's feet. Passes it over. That was Lacassi. Sends it over on the right side. Now Thompson with it. Thompson is able to was able to make a great move there off of Tiernan. Tries to kick it as a cross, but wasn't able to get it into the air. Anderson's able to pick it up off the ground before anyone's able to do anything with it. All right, here we go. Thompson again with the ball. Giselle Thompson, that is to say. Angel City with the ball again. We got Shores kicking the ball up. Ball lands well ahead of everyone, and McGlynn just chases it down as soon as it enters the box. There was a little too much energy on that one. McGlynn places it on the ground. Kicks it over to the right back. Then kicks it back to McGlynn. Right now she's just walking it forward a little bit. None of the attackers for Angel City are really putting the pressure on. They're waiting to see what's going to happen. They are giving her a lot of latitude with this. So a couple of good back-to-back kicks. Almost strung it together into the front line, but it is stuffed by Angel City as soon as it gets into the offensive side. There we go. Jansdottir with the ball finally. He gets a decent bit of control here, trying to make a move here off of Delfava. Good defense by Delfava, keeping her from being able to turn and face. Ball still inbound, but nope, in order to beat Utah defender, she ends up kicking it a little too hard, goes out the back. So that should be... No, they're not calling a goal kick. They are saying it went off of Delfava. So that will be... Yeah, no, it did. It did go off her left foot, so this will be a corner. So 10 minutes in here, we have another corner, this time coming from the other side of the field. It goes over. This time McGlynn is not taking a chance. She jumps in front of an Angel City attacker and pulls down the ball. That was probably the right call, because that was Jansdottir who was going to have it go off her head, and that would have been touch and go there. All right, so bad pass on the defensive side. Tiernan with the ball. Gets it to Jansdottir. The first one's blocked. Second one, I think, went off the post. Utah's defense has to kick it away, and it is finally cleared. Woo! First 11 minutes, very good attack by Angel City. All right, Suarez now in control of the ball outside of the box on the right side. Unable to manifest anything there. Ends up kicking it back. Almost lost control there, but Ari Borges, able to get control. There is a foul called, and it looks like they're gonna book. Nope, they're gonna spray. She was reaching into her. The ref was reaching into her back pocket. I thought they were gonna card her for something, but no, they're just spraying for a free kick. Yeah, no, that was actually what had happened here. So Tiernan on the shot gets it over to Jansdottir. It is stopped by the keeper. The second time it goes off the post. But yeah, two really good looks there. The angle just was not possible on the second attempt. But we have 6 Angel City players loaded up at the last defender. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Utah Royals. 2 of them slightly back, and the rest of them all in line at the penalty dot. We have 2 acting as a wall. We have 2 people potentially kicking. So it's going to be Shores doing it. And it's immediately headed by one of the front women for the Utah Royals. All right, 12 and a half in here. Still 0-0. And it's being sent back to the Utah keeper. So here we go. A counterattack in place possibly for Utah. We shall see. We're looking at time sync. 13 minutes. And it's okay. This is about a second and a half off. But yeah, about as close to a good start time as we were able to get. So yeah, just the seconds are actually going like 1 second ahead of where it says on my screen. Okay, so Utah has pressed into the offensive half off of the free kick from the keeper. Ball is lost. Sarah Gordon ends up with control. Ball intercepted by Utah. Tries to cross it in, but there is no one anywhere near the ball, and it just rolls out the side. That'll be a throw into Angel City. A lot of attacks early on for Angel City. Utah has not been able to string together an attack that has manifested as an actual shot. Every time they get some momentum together, they don't have the people positioned. So it is a little bit of uneven movement early on from Utah. There is a foul there. I believe, that was a pretty clear trip. Jonsdottir went down as well, but I believe it was Mayara who actually got hit with the foul. So let me see how they both went down. So Jonsdottir, it was two players going for a header at once, so she got bumped in the back of the head. Mayara was tripped. I think they called the foul for Mayara. However, they are double checking to make sure Jonsdottir is okay, no concussion or shake up. She's speaking with one of the trainers right now. So we approach the end of this first 15 minutes. So here we go. She's finally up. There we are. They're having her do a quick, coordination test, just moving side to side. Looks like they've cleared her. She is still on the field. So she did run over to one of the coaches. So they might be having to just touch something up real quick. Yeah, they just have her checking in at midfield. So she should be back in after the next stoppage. So Anderson launches a free kick, sends it into the offensive side, but Utah pulls it down, is able to kick it forward. Deflected by Martin. Tiernan's able to send it over. It looks like we got Shores with the ball. On the left side, gets into the box, tries to cross in, but there were 5 Utah players. Too many yellow jerseys to pass it through to Jonsdottir on that one. Let's see, looking over. Yeah, just also keeping tabs here because we got a Game 7 running here at the same time, I am aware. So for those focusing on the soccer and want to hear commentary on it, if you need the update, 76ers are up 7 on Boston here midway through the third quarter. Anyway, free kick is made. Ball picked up again by Shores. Shores sending it forward. It looks like Jonsdottir is going to try to pull it down, but this time Delfava is able to seize control, send it forward. Ball is kicked straight up into the air, still just short of midfield. Another ball kicked extremely high by Utah. It looks like they're playing pop flies right now, trying to see if they can pull something here. It might actually work out because ends up with Nuria getting just outside the box with the ball, tries to cross it, but it is well within the range of Angelina Anderson. She pulls it away. Oh, and then what channel it is on? It is on Ion. So if you have any antenna package or the HDTV, I believe Ion shows up on most of them. And I'll type that in as well here. Anderson with the ball again, sends it left. This one goes to Sams. Sabi King's still not in, by the way. She, as far as I can tell, I'm double checking. No, she is not on the list of substitutes today. So yeah, she is still in recovery. She had injured herself in the lead up. Ball to Angel City. Kicked over to Giselle Thompson. Runs it back. Kicks it back over to Sams. This one's likely going to go back to Gordon now. We got Shores running onto the outside. Kicks it back over to Gordon. Gordon kicks it over to Anderson. Angel City trying to find an opportunity to move up. Ari Borges has the ball now. But as soon as the chance to turn around comes through, already the opportunity to attack was stuffed by Lakasi from Utah. So it's kicked back. Stamps has to send back to Anderson. They're going to try again here, this time from the other side. Gordon with the ball. Ball's off there, but Mayara was able to get to it and sends it forward. Intercepted by Utah, who kicks it up the field. Anderson pulls it down outside the box. Yeah, so I just added in here a thing here. It's for Ion channel. I know a few packages are able to pick it up with an antenna. Depends on the market, and otherwise it is on most basic packages. It's in slings. Every sling package has it. Any satellite net package would have it. Trying to think where else. Here's a few different options available. Yeah, I'm getting mine through Sling TV, which is how I'm able to get this time slot each week to run whatever game is airing in this slot. All right, so ball went out while I was going through there. We have a corner kick coming in for Utah, their first of the day. So here we go. We got 6 attackers for Utah lined up inside the goalie box. Another one out at the end of the box. And we have, besides the keeper, 7 players for Angel City, and none of them were needed. That ball went straight out the back. Good attempt there, at least height-wise by Lakasi, but it did not come down, and it just soared past the net and landed well outside the field of play. So that's a goal kick to Anderson. Goes in, Mayara, again, she's not able to get to it. She got clipped there on the header, but on that one, since Utah's player actually was able to get the header, and it was after she had missed, I don't think you can refer to that as a foul. And they aren't. It's just a regular throw-in. Angel City sends it back. Shores with the ball. She's going to try to run with it. She's able to cross in. Not going to pull anything, but Jan's daughter gets to it. Now it's over. Giselle Thompson is in the box. She's on her own. A defender quickly comes over to her and slows her up just enough for the defense to prevent a shot. Borges tried to keep the ball going in. She was not able to wrangle it. That should be a goal kick to Utah. This is a very aggressive defensive set by Utah. It is clear they're trying to lead from the back and then make their attack happen afterwards. What's proving to be difficult for them is every time they've made their attack, it's a very uneven move forward because everyone was so back. So the ones who went really aggressive are out ahead, and they end up with no one to cross the ball to. That's why no real shot opportunities have come through. That's one of the risks of being a defense-heavy team. You could end up with a very uneven counterattack if you're not very coordinated with it. Anyway, 23 minutes complete. We have a free kick coming to Utah. They're just behind the midfield stripe. A short kick this time. It's easily pulled down by Nuria. Nuria sends it to Tejada. Tejada had been pretty silent since she'd gotten tripped up and messed with her wrist earlier, but she is starting to get more involved, it looks like. This time, Thompson with the ball. She's come back. Sends it back to McGlynn, who sends it forward. Borges is able to pull it down. Sends it over to Thompson, Giselle Thompson. Angel City now on the counterattack again. Most of the players up, but a lot of defenders in place for Utah. Their attempt to cross has to go over everyone. Jonsdottir pulls it down just outside of the box. There's really no way to, unless you actually make contact and just get a straight header, there hasn't been a clean opportunity for Angel City. This is a lot of yellow jerseys they're trying to navigate around. Ball ends up being kicked back. That goes to Gordon, who sends it over to Shores. Shores tries to dump it in. Ball went off about, I think, 2 players. I don't know who it went off of last. But based on the fact that everyone's running back, it looks like it went off an Angel City player. This will be a goal kick to Utah. Yeah, trying to see here. Yeah, it went off of Jonsdottir's head. I think it might have gone off the Utah player right before it, which is why it wasn't a clean play. But yeah, it ended up angled where it went off the wrong side of her head, and it just ended up popping into the air and rolling out the back. Rather than a full kick, McGlynn decides to walk it a little bit. So they're trying the counterattack. Again, that might have been a mistake because that ball has gotten taken. Here's a chance for Suarez, but she is too far back. She can't get enough energy behind the ball to get a serious shot. It's like Shores with the ball again. Sends it to Mayara, who tries to cross it in. Jonsdottir's not able to pull it down, and that goes straight to McGlynn. Another save for what honestly wasn't a shot. She was clearly not aiming at the goal, but technically, since it would have gone in had McGlynn not been there, I guess that technically counts as a shot on target. Now we're seeing, oh, there was one there. Looks like Tanaka ended up with it. A couple passes. Now Lacassi has it about 10 yards behind the box. Ball is stolen by Suarez. It's now Sams. Sends it back to Thompson. Gives it to Sams, who sends it over to Anderson. That was a risky play because you had a Utah player ready to take advantage, but Anderson was able to get it down. And another launch from the outside the box. Anderson has to punch it away. That was the best shot from anyone today. Yeah, that was, yep, I believe it was Tanaka who did that one. Yeah, she ended up just taking the shot, honestly, because there was no way to really press any farther forward. And now Mayara has an open look. She has one defender to beat, so she wasn't able to actually take a shot with it. And that gave Utah's defense enough time to be there. Another move here from Neely Martin. Sends it over. Goes back. Sam's now trying to send it over. Again, Giselle Thompson with the ball for Angel City. Trying to beat someone off the ball, get into the box. Not available. No whistle by the ref, so it's going to stay going. That was pulled down by Lacassi. Send it to Tanaka. Over to Thompson, but the ball is kicked away by Shores before she can get anywhere forward with it. We're approaching the end of the 28th minute here, and still 0-0, but a extremely back and forth last couple of minutes. A lot of running through the field, and I do wonder, when you have a more defensive-heavy team like Utah, your conditioning comes into play here, because this is where a broken play can happen, and this appears to be what Suarez was hoping for, because she was able to steal the ball and was able to run it into the box, but Delfina, for Utah, is able to find, or not Delfina, Delfava. I don't know why Delfina came into my head there. She was able to come in. It's a slide. Now, for those wondering why a slide in the box isn't a PK, she did get ball first, and it was clear she was playing the ball. So even though that led to a trip, it was on a completely clean play. That, if anything, that is more on Suarez for making way too aggressive a play. The throw-in is thrown directly in from the box. They want a handball, but nothing doing. They are going to get a corner kick, though, because that header by Utah just goes backwards and goes out the rear of the field. So we are going to have a corner kick coming. So Mayara tried to do a header. Did not work out. Ended up being forced to go towards the back of the box. Was how we ended up with the ball just deflecting off of people. Another opportunity has come up. Suarez is going to take this corner. He's going to try to kick it in here. We have, this time, 7 Angel City players moving in to try to attack. And they're going to go to the corner again because it was stopped by the defense. There is a little bit of irritation on Utah's part. Nuria specifically seemed to be indicating to the ref that should have been a goal kick. Said this will be the 4th corner kick for Angel City today. That said, in the previous 4 combined across both teams, none have led to a decent shot opportunity. Defense have been really on point so far. 30 minutes in here. Here comes ball is launched. You'll see he's able to keep it in. So it's still in the box here. And Giselle Thompson was the one who kept it in and then tried to take a shot. Unfortunately, there were about 6 players between her and the net. So, yeah, unless she was able to figure out like a bumper pool table style trick shot, that thing was not going in anywhere. But that should be, yep, a goal kick. Yep. So here we go. Another opportunity for the Royals. McGlynn sends it up. Fielded. Kicks it up. Ooh! That's a very clear foul there. Paige Cronin was trying to head the ball, and Evelyn Shores just laid in and bodied her there. Now, it was body to body from what I can tell. Yeah, it's body to body, and she didn't extend the arm for a push. So I don't think they're going to... I don't think they booked her. Yeah. Definitely would have been, I thought, reasonable. But because she never actually made the extension, I think they're willing to just let it off with a warning. But definitely getting into dangerous territory. Did that go in? That was a huge cross. Yeah, Cronin had made a cross attempt. And Lacasse, I thought it had bounced off the post. And so I figured that there was going to be a rebound play coming up. But no, apparently it caught the inside and bounced back into the field of play. Yep, it just hit where the net is taut. That was a very well-placed cross because there was Angel City defenders surrounding the entire time. So that one is our first goal of the match. Waiting for this thing to update. There it is. And again, that is one of those moments where that is what Utah's looking for. They're looking for one of the, like, a purely crystallized play, you know? And that was right there. The counterattack, they had everyone balanced already. So the positioning was right. The timing was right. Everything that they wanted was there for them. So even though LA or Angel City has been very much the aggressors for most of this game, they find themselves in a similar position as last week, giving up the first goal despite really having a good measure of control here. I just realized this thing has said period 2 for most of this first half. There, it's fixed. So yeah, we are still in the first half here. And for those keeping track, third quarter of the NBA game just ended, 88-73 Philadelphia. A major upset brewing over there. Ball stolen by Shores. He's able to get it right in midfield, sends it over to Sams. Instead of going to Thompson, she just kicks it straight up the field, tries to see if Jan's daughter's going to be able to pull it down. She is, but she's very near the goal line, so trying to beat someone off the dribble is going to be difficult. She still manages it, but a second defender is able to come in and stuff it. Tejada forces it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in. So they're going to have Jan's daughter do this. A wise choice, all things considered, because she's one of the few that can reliably throw the ball directly into the box as if it's a corner kick. So she should have a good opportunity in place here. Backing up. We've got one player here. Palacios from Utah is about 5 yards in, trying basically just to block her view. Ball goes high. Two Utah players get headers, but are unable to get out of the box. Still in there. Jansdottir actually is able to chase it in. Ball. Oh! An excellent shot opportunity from Angel City, but a diving stop by Mandy McGlynn forces the ball back. A rebound shot was available, but a Utah defender is able to stop it. I believe that would have been, that would have been Riley Tiernan's goal. But a big save and then a quick kick out of bounds to get another corner kick. Suarez is going to be doing that. Hold on. They told her to hold off because the ref was speaking to, I believe it was Cronin and Jansdottir going back and forth, jockeying for positioning. Ball goes up. Still in play. This time Utah's able to get out of the box. And they start running out. So here it is, another opportunity. Lacassi plus over, but no. Ball taken. Thompson was not able to control it. I will have to probably, because I don't think Thompson and Thompson sound differently enough that it would be clear every time. So I will likely be saying Janny Thompson and Giselle Thompson when they are with the ball. There we go. Defense from Angel City sends it up. Giselle Thompson with the ball here. She is getting pulled on constantly here, and they are calling a foul on that one. You know, that was a lot of shoulder tugging on the part of Nuria. There'll be another free kick here. Right before midfield. A lot of Angel City players have already moved up. Sam decides to just send it back. So that leads to Gordon. She decides to send it back to Anderson, who's walking it up. She's at the lip of the box. Kicks it forward. Ball finally starts spinning. Ends up getting fielded by McLean. Tiernan thought she might be able to catch it, but no, that ball had way too much pace on it. That's an interesting statistic. I'll just start keeping an eye on that. That was only the second first half goal that Angel City has given up. So very impressive effort on that one. Royals currently riding a 3-match win streak and a 4-match point streak. After a very ugly start to the season, they have brought themselves back into the conversation of relevancy, now at 10 points and looking to gain up to 13 with this one. Suarez able to send it over. Oh! Evelyn Shores was on an attack. They're running almost uninterrupted for a good bit. And then when she tried to do a setup kick, loses her footing. That one was an unforced error on the part of Angel City. So this will be a throw-in. Throw is made. Stays with Angel City. A lot of yellow jerseys. Ball rolls, and it goes out the side before it reaches the corner. So that'll be a throw into Utah as we begin the 40th minute of the match. All right, they've got Janny Thompson doing the throw. She is ready, trying to make the throw. Finally gets ready, sends it up to Tejada. Sends it over, Thompson launches it. Giselle Thompson ends up coming down with it and header, giving a header. Ari Borges with the ball. Ball is kicked up by Gordon. Shores tried to get control, but it is walked out of bounds. Very impressive effort there. And it looks like they're actually going to say it went out on Angel City. Or it's not clear. Everyone's walking away from the ball. Oh, no, it is Utah's ball, but they're asking that McGlynn be the one to kick it. So she exits the box. So she's going to launch this one. Sends it all the way to the midfield circle. And the ball is contested. Ball goes out of bounds. Looks like they are giving it to Utah. Janny Thompson is motioning to get towards the ball. Here she goes. Looks at the target. Fakes it a couple times before finally throwing forward. Ball is fielded by Palacios, who kicks it up, and there is nobody there. Angel City just decides to control the roll and allows it to roll out of bounds. 42nd minute has begun here. Anderson getting ready to do a goal kick here. It's hard to see anything that's going on because Ion has decided to do a picture-in-picture ad in the last 4 minutes of a half. I did see Shores line up and take a free kick. It is in the offensive zone. Angel City with the ball, just outside of their box. Suarez was able to beat off the dribble, get into the box, but nothing doing. Defenders are able to send it back out. Ball kicked up. And before anything can actually happen, Angel City is able to send it back to Anderson, who launches it back into the offensive half. Lacassie is able to get a header, send it back over. No one able to really gain control of the ball, but I think they're about to blow the whistle, and they do. Yeah, they're calling a free kick because Narumi was pulled down in the contest for the ball there. So we'll need to see how everyone adjusts in the second half, because at this point I think we know how the teams are going to play here, and realistically any goals are going to be the luck of the draw at this stage, it looks like. Got people falling over here. We're about to see the end of the 43rd minute here. So in this one, Lacasse is trying to get turned around. She ends up getting tripped up. So they are going to give her a free kick. So this is an opportunity for Utah. Harrison's giving directions. Getting ready for this ball to come in. They've given it over to Janny Thompson now. She'll be the one doing the kick now. There are, I see, 4, 5, 6. Nope, 5 Utah Royals in line with the defenders. 2 more a little farther back. Here comes the kick. It's headed by a legion of Angel City players who are now trying to go on the counterattack. Jansdottir is out running everyone. She's trying to basically single-handedly make this one happen. The defenders finally get to her just as she's about to reach the box. They are calling a foul, though, and they are calling a free kick right when the push happened. Let me see here. I thought she had just slowed up. Let's see. There was a bump there, but that was body to body. Oh, yeah, no. Jenny Thompson swings her arm at her to try to throw her off. So, yeah, no, that is a free kick. 45th minute here. We've got a free kick in. Jansdottir is not going to be the one to kick it. She is lined up along with what appears to be, I think, 5 other Angel City players. Once again, we have Shores and Suarez standing at a distance. Will either of them try to kick around the defenders and bend the ball in, or are they going to try to set up for a header? Shores is the one who kicks it. Ends up in a mix, but it rolls to a Utah player. Ball is immediately kicked back in, though, as soon as an Angel City player reaches it. And it rolls out the back. That should be a goal kick. 4 minutes are being added, by the way. So 4 minutes of added time. I will keep the clock going here until the whistle is blown, and then I will set the timer to go back. And immediately as we get into injury time, there is someone hurt. And that is Kate Delfava. I think it might have just been the impact of the competing for the ball. She was grabbing her jaw, so it's possible that the header, when they bashed, instead of it getting like hit at the top of the jump, she got hit coming down. Her eyes are like she got jarred, like she almost got like a knockout punch kind of thing. So it's possible they'll show the replay, but just from that reaction, trying to figure out where it would come from, it's either she jumped and as she was landing, someone else's shoulder was on the way up, and she jolted herself, or she was running and the player in front of her was also like running and the elbow came back. That's immediately where that's how I would kind of figure you would get hit across the jaw like that. They are having her step off the field. I don't see a substitution happening, so I think they might just let the half end and assess where she is at that point. So McGlynn is going to kick this up. I'm inclined to say this might go a little longer because that happened almost right at the beginning of injury time and took nearly 2 minutes. So we will see. I figured the whistle would get blown at 49. It might be closer to 51 now. All right, header on the free kick. Angel City trying to keep the ball in their offensive half. They're able to. Ball goes out of bounds. No, they're calling Angel City free kick first. Contact right as they were contesting the ball. So here we go. Same two. Shores and Suarez. Shores now abandons the area, moves up. Tejada's the one who does the cross. And foul is called as they knock over a Utah player trying to go for the ball. And the Royals now back in control of the ball. Yeah, no, that was just a big chase down. Like 3 of them were going after the ball, and I don't think any of them noticed that there was a Utah player standing there until they ran her over. To be fair, she was in a low stance, so if you were fixated on the ball and looking up, there's a good chance you wouldn't have seen it, but you got to have a little more awareness than that. And it's going to be an Angel City throw as the ball goes out of bounds. Jansdottir throws it, and Ball goes out again. Another throw in. So Angel City's gaining a couple of yards at a time here. Right now they're about probably 10, 15 yards outside of the box. Royals were able to get the ball kicked. That was, I believe, Nuria who got that one. Here's the header. Borges with the ball. Lost control trying to do a foot switch. Mayar tries to get the ball sent up. Ends up at the feet of a yellow jersey. And it is poorly controlled. And that ball gets kicked out by Lacasse. So another throw in basically from midfield. 49.5 minutes in here. We are at this point waiting to see at what point they're going to blow the whistle. It is unclear. It has been 4.5 minutes, but again, we had that injury right in the middle of this. So I do wonder if they will just allow the attack to complete. Because at this point, we are a minute through. So this might be... Yeah, they've not blown for the halftime whistle. I think they're letting this attack play out. We're into the 51st minute. Ball is thrown into the box. Another chance here. Ball goes up. Suarez tries to kick. It's deflected. Once again, Nuria kicks it up. Stays in play. Giselle Thompson gets tripped up. There's a constant, like the manager wants a foul called, and they are going to call one right there. Lacasse takes a yellow card. So, oh, never mind. They're going red. Who's getting red carded, though? No, I think it was Mayara who's getting it. Oh, this might have altered the entire flow of the match here, depending on what just happened. We're going to see who got booked here. I believe the red card is definitely on Angel City because they are incensed. So Giselle Thompson here gets... Yeah, she does get tripped by Lacasse. And that's what led to the yellow card. As Mayar's trying to go after the ball and she gets tripped up. And then it looks like she shoves Lacasse out of irritation. Yeah, no, that was a big change in the action. That's going to affect things heavily because that means we'll be going with an 11-on-10 the rest of the way here. So Angel City will be playing 10v11, needing a goal in the second half, and this has to be the end of the half. Like, I would have to assume they're calling it here. But yeah, if you're Angel City, your strategy now becomes very different. You're looking for an opportunity to get the one goal, and you're just trying to salvage a point out of this, I think. Because unless an opportunity presents itself, you just have to roll defensively. And that is history being made, actually. Mayar was the first player in Angel City history here to receive a direct red card. Like, no second yellow into red card. They did allow the free kick to play out. But with the attack now over, they are blowing the halftime whistle. So, the business went down here. And that will actually be the second half when it happens. All right, we are... I'm trying to get the clock timed out perfectly. I did not. Okay, it's going to say 44:59. I will get that fixed here in a moment. But we are at the halftime here. There it is. Finally got it. All right, so we are at 45 minutes now. It is 1-0 Utah. I am attempting to see... Can I make this thing... I don't think that's going to work as a red card. I mean, I have a possession arrow. I don't know why a soccer scoreboard has a possession arrow. But that seems to be the easiest way to put it. So the possession arrow is going to mean a player is off. That is how we are going to move forward with this scoring. All right, so with that said, some quick updates here. NBA game has gotten crazy. It is now 95-94 in a Game 7 with 5:52 to go. On the NHL side, Carolina leads Philadelphia 2-0, 5 minutes to go in the half. And then, let's talk about what we've had today, because a lot of NWSL action has gone down. And very similar to Angel City, North Carolina dropped themselves and did themselves no favors at home, losing 2-1 to the Kansas City Current and picking up a red card at the very end of the match. So that was Felicitas Rausch from North Carolina receiving one literally in the final moments of that match. So you lose a player for the next game here. That said, that was the result of just desperation, because you were down 2-0 for almost the entire game. Finally, Monica was able to get you a goal in the 85th minute to put it within one, and then it's just aggressive play trying to get that second goal, and that's how you end up with a red card. North Carolina appears to be in a bad way. They are struggling at the moment. Meanwhile, Orlando actually did go toe-to-toe with Washington for a good bit of time today. Sophia Cantor had managed a 2-0 lead for Washington, but Barbara Banda countered it with 2 goals of her own between the 33rd and 39th minutes to tie the match. Halftime came. Washington puts it together, gets a couple more goals. But it ended up a very offense-heavy game. The match I was actually expecting when they played Louisville the week before happens here against Orlando. Orlando takes another L at home. And then, of course, on Friday, the first match of May, was a lot of yellow cards for Seattle as they try to just maintain. But they did succeed, and they drew with Houston Dash. So 0-0 tie there. So to take you to the live table at this moment, if everything holds up, you would have Portland operating at the top of the table at 16 and a match in hand on second place Washington. Washington has now finally put themselves where I figured they would be. At the start of the season, I had them very much as the team I was saying and look for as the potential Shield winner this year. And now they appear to be back in the hunt. Second place, though functionally third, because San Diego is in third with the same amount of points, but with a match in hand, meaning they would just need any result that gets them points to go back ahead of them. If this result holds, Utah will move into fourth place at 13 points, though a lot of that will hinge on whether Gotham doesn't win tomorrow's match. Seattle and Houston at 11 and 10. would be 6th and 7th, respectively. Angel City, with this loss, would drop to 8th. Still ahead of Kansas City and North Carolina, who are in the negative goal differential. Angel City would at least be in the positive at this stage. Orlando would be sitting at 8 points in 11th. Denver could be moving up as high as 9th, I would think, if they were to beat Boston tomorrow. Bay FC, also a match tomorrow, could get themselves into a position where they could compete for some of those spots. And Chicago also sitting at 6 points. So there are some teams here who are looking to make something happen. Sunday's matches should be very interesting. We will see if Chicago actually can do something at home here against the current clubhouse leader. I am not optimistic, but I would certainly like to see it. Boston, I don't think they are going to be able to do much against Denver, but they have been smack-talked a good bit these last couple of days. I've been seeing articles like how Denver did it the right way and Boston is a poster child of how not to build your expansion franchise. And I can imagine everyone in that locker room is taking this deeply personally. So, yeah, definitely something to look at there. Gotham FC hosting Racing Louisville. This was the game that was being advertised as kind of in conjunction with the mayor's office. Affordable game tickets, trying to get as many people as possible to watch this match, and it appeared to have worked. All the reduced price tickets were sold. So very cool effort there, seeing how the community will be thinking of that. San Diego Wave will be hosting Bay FC. That should be a pretty clean win for them, but we will see. Bay tends to play pretty well against West Coast teams. At least they try to play up to everyone. And, yeah, when I do some previews later this week, the only midweek game is going to be Utah hosting Houston. And the way things are trending right now, Utah is in an interesting position. Like, they could be 4th or 5th in the standings, trying to really make a play to move up. I'm just looking at the matches that are coming up in the main week. Because aside from that midweek game, you've got the main games for the weekend, May 8th, 9th, and 10th. Louisville and Portland. Orlando and North Carolina. Battle of the two teams who just blew games today. Saturday, Gotham gets their second match with Boston. So, unlike most schedule makers in association football, rather than have everyone run through the table once and then run through the table a second time, Gotham's just going to have both of their Boston matches done here within the first 8 weeks of the season. Houston and Denver. Angel City, again, will be in this slot on Saturday. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it is kind of awkward that that's in there again. But it's Angel City and San Diego, so it is a rivalry. Should be a fun one, regardless. And at least it gives me a way to enjoy the product there. Then Sunday, May 10th, will be Kansas City hosting Chicago. We'll see if that game is featuring two teams of meaningful value to the standings. These are two teams that, at this point, have relatively equal stake in making a run at something. That might change based on the result tomorrow, but at the moment, Chicago, with a victory, could find themselves right up against Kansas City. Bay will be playing Utah, or hosting them, in the weekend. So Utah Royals are going to be in that unenviable position of having to play 2 matches in a week. So that might be an opportunity for Bay, especially if Utah has to exert themselves to win that match against Houston. And then Seattle will close out the week hosting Washington. Seattle looked rough in that match against Houston. And honestly, have been pretty inconsistent. So, obviously, I will do a full-fledged preview here, and a lot of it will sound very similar for some of these matches. But, I want to go through what we saw there. Going back through, 4 minutes ago in that game 7, Sixers lead the Celtics by 3. So, big upset potentially brewing here. Celtics have outscored them this quarter, though, by 10. So, it has definitely been the quarter for the team trailing, and the team ranked much, much higher in this 2-7 matchup. To say the Celtics going down to Philadelphia would be a shock is to understate it. The top 2 seeds of the Eastern Conference felt so far ahead of everyone else that the idea that potentially both of them could be out almost doesn't feel real. The Pistons were down 3-1 in their series to the number 8 seeded Magic and have had to crawl their way back in twice. We'll see now if at home they can finish the job, but it has been quite the interesting playoff on the Eastern Conference side. Western Conference, it's basically freebies. Oklahoma City and San Antonio are getting injured Lakers and injured Timberwolves squads. The gap in skill is fairly substantial. I would be very, very surprised if it is not Oklahoma City versus San Antonio. Right, so they're still in the middle of break here, so I am going to grab water while we have this moment of respite. I will see you all in about probably 60 seconds. All right. So, not even like I thought I'd been away for a little bit too long on that one, but I came. I left the room to grab a water bottle. The advertisement was for a judge in a local election that is near here, which I guess the swing people have, like, they go based on your zip code and they just send you local ads. Either that ad ran twice, or the guy running for judge has paid for like a 90-second ad because he was still going when I came back. It looked like he had been just. It didn't even look like I think they had switched to anything. I think it was just him talking in front of the stationary camera, which, I mean, I'm doing that, but I'm doing commentary here. Like, I don't know what this dude is paying space for. Alright, well, in any case, they are showing the Hollywood sign, so that's got to be a good sign that we're about ready to get started here. We have all 9 Angel City players kind of gathered around the center circle. It does appear, I think a substitution was made here. And there's the kick. And for some reason my clock didn't start. Here we go. I think the timing might be right here. Trying to get a look here because now there's a bunch of advertisements. Waiting for them to actually show the clock. Yeah, it actually works out. We're about 1 second apart. That works. Ball goes out. It's a throw-in for Angel City as they are trying to go on the attack. That's why I think they had everyone out there all at once. They were trying to get the goal quickly. All right, so here we go. Ball goes out. This should be a Utah throw-in, it looks like. Throw attempt is being made here. Yeah, I can't tell who got subbed out. But they did very clearly make a substitution. They haven't posted who it was yet. One thing that is certain, looking at it, it is Prisha Chilufya, who was the lone goal scorer in the previous match for Angel City. So they are going aggressive up front. They are trying to make something happen here early on. I was going back and forth trying here because I've got the actual TV around here set on antenna to watch the game on NBC. However, it appears that is not happening, at least not for a comeback, because an epic comeback appeared to be in the works, but Philadelphia just pulled away here, so the upset is going to be real. In 20 seconds, the number 2 seeded Boston Celtics are getting one and done. And it will be the Philadelphia 76ers playing the New York Knicks. In a matchup I don't think anyone was expecting. Alright, so here we go. We have a free kick now to Utah. It's immediately sent back. Del Fava is in the game, so they did not need to sub her out. Ball goes up. It is stopped by the defense, but they are blowing a whistle. This is going to be a free kick for Utah. Yeah, that was Mina Tanaka getting knocked over, like, literally, like, 2 steps from the box. So this will not be a PK, but it's going to be a free kick about as close to the top of the box. Like, it's literally on the lip. So will this be an opportunity to take advantage now that you're effectively looking at a very 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, almost everyone for Angel City is in the box here. I think they have like one person up. Ball goes, oh! Misplayed by Anderson, but it does not end up affecting them. The ball rolled out of her hands, but she was able to pull it in before a rebound shot could be taken. The ball gets kicked up. Giselle Thompson sends it over to where they're trying to get the free kick, and Evelyn Shores will be the one who actually takes it. 49-30 into the match, so only off by a second again. She comes, she's sending it down. Everyone's trying to be on side here. You don't want to get called for an offside on what is basically a free opportunity to try to head the ball in. It is... Oh! That ball was misplayed. Mandy McGlynn tries to grab it, drops it, and at least they're having to fall on the ball and just bodies falling all over here. You know, we see here. Yeah, Jonsdottir tried to go after the ball as it was rolling it just as she pulls it in. And so, yeah, she just ends up falling over. Chilufya now going on the attack. Tries to cross it in. Ball is kicked out by Janny Thompson. And that should be a throw-in for Angel City here. The question is, who are they going to have do it? They're going to have Jonsdottir do it. Giselle Thompson has moved into the box. Try to get an extra attack in on this. Yeah, it looks like it's an all-or-nothing kind of commitment here from Angel City on every play. Because they've got everyone up and everyone back on all of these set plays. They're trying to do something like with a hyper-aggressive approach and see if it works out for them. This is where you're going to find out whether or not the conditioning training actually worked out. Ball kicked all the way out to the side. Cross is made. Will that work? No, the ball is headed out by Utah. That's going to be a corner. I don't know if that is actually necessary. I think Jenny Thompson just chased the ball down out of concern. Well, no, it looks like she was already out of bounds when it was done. So even though she chased it, it actually doesn't end up affecting him. And there comes the free kick there. Utah trying to press the ball up. Looks like Nuria with it. Kicks the ball over. Ari Borges intercepts it for Angel City. Ooh. Sliding plays, a bunch of bodies falling over here. Suddenly this game got a lot more physical. You would think it would get less physical after a red card. And yet now I'm seeing more people falling over on both sides. Alright, so once again, Angel City trying to press up. It's incredible that the ball is still up here as much as it is, despite the fact that it's now 10v11. Shores tries to make a play off it, but it's stolen. And she knocks the player over. That's going to be a free kick. And again, that's Thompson. Janny Thompson, by the way. We have a substitute coming in. Let's see who's coming out. All right, we got our first substitution of the day. All right, Nuria Rabano is stepping off on defense, and Miyabi Moria from the bench coming in, number 22. So it's number 14 being swapped out for number 22. Ball rolls over, and Mandy McGlynn pulls it down before anyone can really get on an attack. So here we go. Ball misplayed, and Jonsdottir actually deflects it. It lands, lucky for Utah, back to McGlynn's hand. She's able to just chuck the ball away. That is something she's going to have to pay attention to. She got rushed, and Jonsdottir actually got a foot on it. If that ball had deflected in at another angle, that could have turned into a one-on-one, and I would not have liked anyone's chances against Svindis Jonsdottir when they're not already preset. Utah tries to press it forward. Borges intercepts it and kicks it out. So it'll be a throw in for Utah. Oh, Borges actually got knocked over. It looks like she took a shot to the stomach. Yeah, they show the save of the half, which was the one where Tanaka got the shot from outside the box and Anderson saved it. So it is interesting, but two spectacular plays over on the Utah attacking half, despite the fact that really it feels like the ball has been in the Angel City side for much of this match. Once again, McGlynn sending it forward. Stays on the defensive line for now. Jenny Thompson with the ball. Tries to press it up. Paige Cronin gets spun out trying to control the ball. Ends up having to force it away. Tanaka gets to control the ball, sends it over. I believe that's Miyabi. Ball is taken, and a trip. That's going to be a free kick. And every time they go... Oh, this is going to be a booking. Ari Borges got tripped up again, and they are calling a yellow. And that is going to be on Anna Tejada. Now, she did not have a yellow already, so that is not going to lead to a red. But it is... I think what Angel City is hoping is that by forcing Utah's hand with their athleticism, they might be able to get them to lay off, and that might give them an opportunity for a goal later, or at the very least a red card, so it's 10 on 10. Miyabi kicks it out of bounds. This is going to be a throw in. Jan's daughter is going to be the one making the throw. Is a long throw, goes into the box, ball goes up and misses the net, but they are saying it went off of a Utah player, so this will be a corner. Once again, it is Suarez positioning the ball. This will be the 6th corner for Angel City. Will any of them lead to a shot? That is the question. Here's another attempt. It's punched out by the keeper. Forced back. Suarez kicks it back in. Another attempt. This time, McGlynn pulls it. He didn't even pull it. It just lands right on her hands as she's reaching up. Again, yet to be what it feels like a serious threat. Like all of these opportunities, and just none of them are materializing. Angel City has been missing that one final pass that would actually lead to something happening. It feels like at this point, Angel City just needs a broken play to have any opportunity at scoring here. Ball is kicked back. Utah again. Sends it over to McGlynn, who pushes it forward. Miyabi kicks it up. Over to Tanaka. Kicks it across. Jenny Thompson with the ball again. Here's a chance at a counterattack. Only 3 back for Angel City. A 4th running in now. Ball is taken. Looks like that was Shores. She's now running up with it. Chalufia is at her angle, but she is instead going to try to kick it up, where there is nothing but yellow jerseys. Nadami ends up with it. Kicks it over. Didn't mention this, but Miyabi Moria, this is a homecoming match for her. She actually did play for Angel City as recently as last season. So, interesting moment for her to come in as a substitute. Sarah Gordon is going to be responsible for the throw-in, it looks like. Sends it up. Chalufia is not able to pull it down, and it gets kicked back up into the offensive zone of Utah. Once again, Jenny Thompson with it. Sends it over to Cronin. Cronin at the edge of the box on the right side. I say right because I'm looking at my angle, but basically it's the bottom of the screen. And we have officially hit the 1 hour mark of this match as we wait to see what occurs here. All right, looking for it now. It is going to be a goal kick. Anderson is setting up. A lot of waiting around here as this play gets underway. Jonsdottir gets the header. Gets it to Chilufya. Sends it back. I think that's Giselle Thompson. I can't tell from this distance. Chilufya again. She's now on the opposite side of where she was. And there are 2 defenders on her at all times. It is clear they are using the extra player on Utah to load up the defense and just try to have 2 on the ball at all times. Which, you know, wise decision. If you have the extra body, go for it. Ball is stolen again. Chilufya with it. A lot of pressure here. A lot of yellow jerseys as they try to get enough room to make an attack. Angel City still fighting with control of the ball here at the top of the box. And finally, the raw number of yellow jerseys gets to him and it's forced back. But, oh, we have someone hurt. Ari Borges down again. This might require a substitution the way she's looking right now. You know, she got run over by a Utah player trying to get in position. So let's see. I'm trying to see exactly what happened here. So, oh yeah, no, it was the play. They were both going for the ball, and it was Mina Tanaka who ends up like just rolling over trying to make a play on the ball. I would assume they're going to call a foul, but I don't think they're going for the card, and I don't think they need to, because it was clearly a move toward the ball. Oh, I think the ref just said they're calling for a drop ball. Okay. The question is, where are they placing it? It doesn't look like they've substituted Borges out. At least not yet, so it's like she might think she can still go. So here we go. A lot of waiting here. They are calling for a VAR. I haven't been listening to the commentary much. Oh, because Borges was in the box when the foul happened, they might have to go for a PK. And even, like, I'd been saying that it was happening at the top of the box, like, just on the inside, but it hadn't even dawned on me that, yeah, no, she's completely in the box at that time. So if they're... Now, the question is... did she get to the ball first? Because if she was the one who made the last contact with the ball, then it would technically be a penalty. However, if the ball was contested or Tanaka was the one who actually made contact first, then it would be an aggressive foul, but you couldn't call a PK because they weren't in possession of the ball. So let's take a moment here. This is a huge, turning play here, because if this actually happens, Angel City could level the game and go into a little bit more of a defensive mode. So, tough call here. I would be very surprised if they actually went through on this. Then we're waiting here. They are still looking this over. They are trying to tell. It's very clear right now that one sequence, they can't tell who's got the ball, who actually makes first contact. Because their feet are basically coming at it at the same time. So if it goes... So... If the foot that's touching it has the pink sock, then it's a PK. If it's the yellow sock, then no PK. We're just waiting on the result now. This is about as close to simultaneous as you can get, but definitely someone got to this ball first. But it is so close, and because the motion is happening, it's actually moving at a speed where it's hard to see where in the motion it actually, whose foot it actually is. Here we go. Okay. And the crowd is livid. Oh, it was... At that point, it was really as close as it could get. She cannot believe... Ari Borges is laughing at this as the crowd just loses their mind over it. Because the ruling was that the first contact was a Utah foot. So because of that, the contact is foul on Angel City. So she will be let back on the field at the next stoppage, because she is, at this point, healed up after the minutes upon minutes of waiting. And a whistle is blown as the ball sits in the corner. So a foul was called, this time on Utah. I feel like that was a makeup call, because I don't know how you commit a foul when your back is turned. But, no, they called for a free kick to Angel City while the ball was being protected in the Utah offensive corner. Jenny Thompson will do a throw-in here. Ball is taken. Chalufia is going to get control of the ball. They are going to blow the whistle on this one. Oh, they're calling a PK. Oh. I do feel like this one might get taken off with VAR again if the game is willing to go to VAR twice in about 4 minutes. Because she was outside the box at the time, I think. Let's see. Yeah, no, she's outside the box, but she doesn't fall. She was able to carry her run until she was in the box. And I guess the other thing would be it was an uncontested space. Like, because if the slide doesn't happen behind her, it is an unchecked path. So Utah may have survived the PK once, but it does not look like they will survive it a second time. This time, the ref is calling for a PK, and Chilufya will probably not be the one to take it because she is being treated. So the question is, who are they going to put in charge of it? And we are reviewing this again. Never mind, the goalkeeper has asked for a review. And since we are treating Chilufya anyway, why not? Why not have another review that takes the next 4 minutes? Oh, injury time is going to be long today. All right, so it's currently at 70-40 when she got to the actual thing. Let's see how long this one takes. This should not take long because even I can see that Chilufya's the first contact with her leg was outside the box. Unless you want to say that it's because her body completely fell and landed inside the box, I don't know how you're making that call. And the wait continues. Okay, no, she got her foot into the box before she fell over. So, but again, the contact that actually causes the trip happens outside the box. So that should be, I would assume, a free kick basically half a step outside the box. That said, if they make this call, there is going to be a mini revolt in the fan section here because this would aggravate the Angel City side at no end. All right, here we go. Ooh. Wow, this is some wildness. I mean, it was the correct call, definitely, on this one. The other one was basically a toss-up, and this one was absolutely the right call. But yeah, in front of a home crowd, this is how a referee gets like the reputation of being the one who rips you off. Home crowds will remember referee names on stuff like this. We do have a substitution that's about to happen. Paige Cronin is coming out and being replaced by Cece Delzer. A second window is also the second window will also see a second substitution. Diana Pierre-Louis is going to be coming in. I haven't seen who's she's going to replace yet. But anyway, 4 is replacing 5. And someone is getting replaced by number 15. We will find out who as soon as the score bug puts it up. But at this point, that is 3 substitutions in 2 windows for Utah. Oh, it was Nadami Miura. So 10 for 15. So they do have 1 sub window left. They can either do 1 or 2 subs with it. All right. Here we go. We are at 74 minutes and change as Anderson gets ready to do a free kick. She came up very far from the box. She's nearly at midfield when she makes this kick. It's like they're trying to make something happen from the distance by having everyone up already. We will start seeing... Oh, are they doing a throw-in? She ran in thinking that they were actually going to call the free kick, but no. So they're going to have Borges run back in. Jonsdottir is going to be the one who throws it. So here comes the big throw. Ball is launched. Good distance. Nearly gets a headed in, but problem is they couldn't get any height on it, so it just kind of rolled. So all McGlynn had to do was kind of just drop to a knee and like fall on it. So it ended up not really being a threat, but Jonsdottir has been playing a lot more back in this half, seemingly to try to keep control in the front. Miyabi has the ball, presses it forward. That one is going to be Lacasse again, responsible for the goal. Ball kicked over. Once again, we've got Jenny Thompson trying to kick it into the box. Stopped by the Angel City defense. Ball taken. Giselle Thompson's able to push it up. Chalufia was going to chase it, but now she's able to get an angle. Ball's pushed up. Jonsdottir has the ball uncontested. Huge save from Mandy McGlynn. That was an uncontested play there. She does eventually have to shoot it. I think she wanted another half step, but she fires it, and McGlynn is able to play it. Now, that was an excellent play. I will give her credit on that one. That, in most matches, is a surefire goal for Angel City. McGlynn straight up stopped the equalizer there. Here comes the corner again. Suarez makes the kick. Nothing doing. Ball is cleared out by Utah. Gets kicked out of bounds at around midfield. Woo! High-speed action here. Here comes another attack by Angel City. Suarez tries to make a move. Makes a shot. I don't think McGlynn made contact with it. So she gets the left foot. Because of the angle she was at, this was not a threat to score. And no, it does not. It doesn't go off the goalkeeper's glove. It just goes a little bit too far to the left and hits the upper corner of the net, but not the goalpost itself. Here we go. Ball re-seized. Angel City back with the ball. Once again, we've got an attack going. That was a shove there. Neely Martin gets pushed down by a Utah player. No foul called on that one. 79th minute has begun. Ball taken again. Ari Borges tries to make a move. She's tripped again. That's going to be a free kick. That's Pierre-Louis, who just got in. And that's a booking. She just barely got into the game and she's being carded. Ari Borges is getting flung around today. She has been getting knocked over by Utah constantly. Yeah, no, that was poor defense on Pierre-Louis. She had her hands up, like I think she realized, oh, I am way too close. And yeah, she trips her up. The whole cleat comes off this time for Borges. So she has to retie her shoe here. They are getting many opportunities at free kicks near the box, but no PKs yet. 2 opportunities for PKs. Neither one has actually turned into a PK. So here comes the free kick. Suarez again as Shores runs down to the box. They've loaded up a lot of people up front. Here's the kick. Once again, McGlynn reads the kick perfectly and pulls it in. She rolls the ball this time. Ball goes out. What is incredible here, watching this, Utah has had a 1-0 lead and an 11-on-10 advantage, and yet it feels like we are constantly in the Angel City attacking zone. Like, they have been completely against the wall for most of this half, and it just so happens Utah's defense has been very good. It has been a continuation of the first half, where Angel City was being extremely aggressive and Utah was unable to really do anything about it, and has just been one perfectly timed play leading to a goal and an extremely backed up defense just holding things together. So there is much improvement on the Angel City side. I will say, possession-wise, this has been impressive. But if you don't get the last kick that manifests the goal, there's only so much you can do. Like, this would be the second game in a row where you've primarily outplayed your opponent, but because of just allowing one crystallized moment for your opponent, that ends up being the thing that bites you. So here we go. Ball getting kicked back again. McGlynn with the ball. Sends it over to her defense. Yeah, Utah has definitely been hot the last few weeks. If this win goes through, it would be their fourth win in a row. Fifth straight match with points. So definitely a reawakening of Utah for what I would say the first time really since the squad was revived. Like, they appear to be a team that is going to be a problem for a lot of opponents this year. And I did not see that in the first couple of matches. Just watching them play, it seemed like a lot was there to be desired. And they needed a lot of improvement. And they've been able to get it. Just took them some time to get it to click. But it is coming through. They're definitely a team that will draw some attention. Yeah, Sarah Gordon, I think, got called for a foul here for going over the back to try to head the ball. They're checking Palacios for concussion, so everything's being held up. So if you are trying to watch the games tomorrow, the Chicago-Portland game will be on ESPN2, 10 a.m. Pacific. Boston and Denver will be on CBS Sports, 12 noon Pacific. Gotham hosting Racing Louisville will be at 2 Pacific, also on CBS. And then at 4 Pacific, San Diego will host Bay FC on Victory Plus. For those who have not done Victory Plus, that is a free streaming service. So all you need to do is create an account, and you'll be able to get the Victory Plus match of the week. I believe they are always the last match. I've noticed it's either the last or the second to last match every week has been on Victory Plus. So, free game online. Definitely beats the Friday night having to pay for the Amazon membership. That's been messing that up. So here we go. Angel City launches it. And needless to say, the break has not been kind to Angel City's hot streak. After starting 3-0, they took the loss on a cross-country trip and then have come out with 2 straight losses, or potentially 2 straight losses if this holds. So yeah, this second stanza of the season has not been up Angel City's alley. But they are still trying to counterattack, and with it still being only one goal, and the attack still primarily happening on their side of the field, or in their offensive zone, this is still a manageable option. Utah really has only been able to just get the ball kicked out so they can get all of their defense lined up. The problem is, every time Angel City tries to get an offensive attack going, it is a swarm of yellow jerseys. It is the beehive in soccer form right now. Miyabi trying to go on the attack. Ball is pressured, and Sarah Gordon ends up just launching it away. Ball goes in back past the midfield stripe. It is a throw-in. Here comes a... Is there a substitute window? Yes. Here we go. Number 14, Neely Martin, coming out for Angel City. And she's being replaced with June Endo, number 18. So a midfielder getting replaced for another attacker on Angel City's side. 86 minutes into this match, they are trying to load up as much of their offensive pressure as they can. Borges pops it up. Still in Angel City's hands, or feet. A foul called. So here we go. They want the ball at midfield. Okay. Angel City gets to kick it from midfield. So here we go. Sams is the one who sends it. Well, no, it was going to be Sams. But Anderson comes right up. It is literally inches before the midfield stripe. We will see. Ball comes up. Another play for the ball. Virtually everyone on the field was in that box. And Utah was able to send it back out. Back into the defensive side. Anderson again with the ball. Into the 88th minute we go. Anderson kicks it straight up the field again. Headed by Utah, trying to get a couple passes together, or at least control the ball long enough that a counterattack from Angel City isn't happening constantly. Anderson sends it to Sams. Sams gets it across the field now to a fairly empty right side. Thompson tried to set up Jansdottir, but it didn't work out. But she ends up back with it again. Chalufia's right in front of her. It seems to be where the ball's going to go. Flag is waved. They're calling it on Chalufia for effectively running over Miyabi Mioria. Yeah, no, she's... Oh, no, not even like that she ran her over. It's that she was grabbing the jersey. And here comes the final sub window for Utah. And it will be 2 substitutions, so they will use all 5 of their available substitutions here. Number 16, Karina Laguerre will be replacing... So Jansdottir has actually been really solid, like, aggressively. Really good throw-ins. A lot of plays on the ball. Biggest thing is she just hasn't had that many opportunities. She did get one really good shot where she beat the entire Utah defensive line to the kick. But just really well played on Mandy McGlynn's part. I would say that, honestly, was just more to do with excellent goalkeeping. That would have gone in on probably 75% of the goalkeepers in this league. So it was, 2 substitutions for Utah there. Alexa Spanstra and Courtney Brown came in there, 16 and 30. Here we go. Giselle Thompson again trying to get the ball into the box. With June Endo now in play, she is going to be the one responsible for the corner kick. So here we go. We are approaching the end of the 90th minute here, so they will announce how much injury time is being added. I'm guessing a lot. The answer is going to be a lot. 11 minutes. They are adding 11 minutes. That is a comically high amount. Jonsdottir on a header, but it misses the net. She finally got the header she was looking for, and it goes wide left. June Endo there. It gets punched by McGlynn, goes up in the air. Jonsdottir jumps up for it, but tries to get it to the left corner, and it's just a little too far to the left. Missed by about maybe a foot. So here we go. We've got a lot of minutes being added here, so I am going to reset the clock at this point to... There we go. I've got time, basically. This is going to be 11 minutes minimum and probably longer because someone is going to get hurt over the next few minutes. Just the way things have been going, somebody is going to lay down for an injury that takes at least a minute and a half at some point in this injury time. Tanaka tries to get something. She eventually has to force it out of bounds. I think they're going to call a corner, though, because that was being challenged pretty heavily by Gordon. Utah, it was... Hold on. I had it written down here because I had the number earlier. It was Chloe Lacasse, number 24, off a cross from, I believe it was Cronin who crossed it in, but it might have been Jenny Thompson. But yeah, Lacasse was the one who actually finished the shot. So here we go. Another attack, and that's a trip. That's going to be a free kick to Angel City. No waiting this time. Jonsdottir on her own. Now 3 defenders have swarmed her. She's going to have to pass out. There it is. I believe Giselle Thompson, that is. Ball gets pressured. Ari Borges going to chase it down. Sends it over. Emily Sams dumps it into the box. Kicked away. Foul is called. Ari Borges. Though this has basically turned into just dueling tripping between Ari Borges and Mina Tanaka. And that is a yellow card on Ari Borges. It is getting intense between the two as Ari Borges is just screaming at her as she's laying there. So that was only the second booking for Angel City today. The big issue for Angel City, honestly, has been that the only other booking, Mayara's, was a direct red card, and it has made this second half so much more difficult. The way they've been playing, I would have to assume a goal would have gone in at some point had there been 11 players on this field. Somehow a foul is not called on that trip. Ari Borges gets tripped up now. Like, at some point, you're just going to have to card both of them for how much they are just going at each other. Like, Borges is limping now. Like, it would honestly be okay if they just double-redded both of them and be 9-on-10 the rest of the match. So here we go. It's kicked. Goes up the field. It astounds me that we are not even halfway through this injury time. And another foul called. That one was dangerous. No, that one is absolutely on Borges. She went up to try to play it. She's being warned, and Jonsdottir is pushing her away, making sure that this does not turn into a red card. I'm trying to see who she had knocked over. I think it's Diana Pierre-Louis. Yeah, that's Pierre-Louis. Yeah, luckily cooler heads prevailed, and Borges gets clear. That is going to be a free kick for Utah. Pretty far out of the box, so it's more just going to be a setup. But it's an exhausting game here, especially since this game minimum is going to clear 101 minutes. And we had a pretty long injury time last go around. So in terms of time on the field, this thing has been bordering on excessive. And we haven't hit the temperature yet where they actually have been giving water breaks. So this has just been straight through. This is going to be a throw-in for Angel City as the ball gets contested and finally rolls out. 6 minutes of injury time already through. Lost control of that one, and it rolls out. That should be a Utah throw. Angel City has had 2 straight games where they've scored a goal in second half injury time. So very possible this thing gets equalized, but we will see. Angel City's also given up 2 straight games a goal in injury time. So here comes again. And there goes the roll. Back to Anderson. She's going to kick it. Yeah, if everything holds, they will be 8th in the standings if nothing changes here. But I do think they have a shot at the play. This is going to be a breakthrough for the playoffs, I think. Because they are still playing well. They're just not finishing these plays off. That said, I do not know if a playoff run will be there for them. Then again, I didn't think it was going to be there for Gotham, and they got hot. I definitely don't think the Shield is in play, just because there doesn't appear to be enough consistency in the attack to go for the Shield. But the playoff cup is definitely an option, because I do think making top 8 is a reasonable request for them. We are at about 3 minutes remaining in injury time here as the 10 Angel City players continue their mad dash to score that is now coming up on an hour straight of being undermanned. That was Spanstra for Utah. Ball kicked up, and that's an offside. Angel City back with the ball. It is amazing to me that there have been virtually no shots from Utah in this half. Anderson has been more used to set things up than anything else. Ball goes up. Chalufia to Endo. Endo now with the ball. Ball is stolen. Can an attack happen? They're going to definitely blow a whistle on that one. And that's going to be a card to Evelyn Shores, who basically ran over a Utah player again. This really does feel like this is like if 80s NBA was a soccer game. People are just getting steamrolled right now. And a lot of that has come down to, and that one was, that one wasn't a body-to-body. That was arms getting hooked. Shores doing a swim move like she's trying to get through an offensive lineman in football. And ball just rolls along. This will be a goal kick. Goes through. Endo tried to jump for a header, was not able to get high enough. Angel City still is able to get forward, but McGlynn is now making moves up. She is trying to be a lot more proactive, stop any goals from happening. That was a dangerous one. Again, Chalufia almost got her on that one. I remember about a half hour ago here seeing Jan's daughter nearly get a deflection off of McGlynn taking too long with a ball. It almost happened there a second time. Ball stolen. Anderson launches again. About a minute to go. There hasn't been an injury against all odds, so we've probably got maybe a minute 10 left. Could this be a late goal? No, it will not. Stays in play, though. Once again, this one was Diana Pierre-Louis. She sends it over to Nadami. Ball goes out. This will be a corner. This time Spanstra going to set up a corner kick for Utah. If I'm her, I'm actually slowing down. Yeah, they're actually having Delzer switch. I think almost just to buy time. They're just hanging the ball in the corner. Ball stays in play. 11 minutes in, will there be another attack? It is a throw-in for Angel City. They're going to call it, though. That's going to be it. And so that concludes it. After, on the 5th attempt since returning to the league, Utah Royals are able to get their first win in their second era against Angel City. I will turn off that possession arrow so that it does not stay up in the next game. And that pretty much is it there. Dean Parkside's NWSL card. I haven't gotten to get into card collecting, though I was able to receive one when I got the current kit for Angel City. They did send a Parkside card of Kristen Press. I'm guessing it was more just they were trying to unload previous ones. So I might be trying to get into that as the season moves on a little later. So next week in this time slot, it looks like Angel City is in the slot again. So that will be the game covered. They are playing San Diego Wave. I will try to see if another match in the schedule can fit in, because I know that would be 3 straight weeks of Angel City, and I'm sure other fandoms would like their way in. Actually, if I can see here, I'll have to double check and see if this Racing Louisville is on Prime, because if it is, I won't be able to show it, go through it, because I don't got Prime. But if not, that's a manageable option. I also might be able to do the Gotham-Boston game if that's on a reasonable channel. So, I think it might be on Ion again. So, might be able to do the Ion doubleheader next week. We will see what is manageable. I know the Saturday 5:45 is the one that's always open, though. In any case, that concludes this one. We have 4 matches tomorrow, all basically at separate times. So if you want to go quadruple header and you have access to ESPN2, CBS Sports, and Victory Plus, which everyone does because that's a free account thing, you could watch 8 hours of uninterrupted soccer here with the NWSL. Hopefully everyone is able to get in and enjoy that. But yeah, I will be back next week for some more action. Through the week, I will be going over my analysis of this match. And as well, just going over match recaps of the other ones. I'll try to get back into the power rankings since it's been a couple weeks now. I think we've got enough information for it. And with that, I will wish everyone, bid everyone a good night. Rest well. Enjoy the games tomorrow if you're watching. And go Angels.